Check out FlipsideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on all orders over $10. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to this special edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. It is that time of the week again to count down the 10 hottest cards of the week based on percentage increases in value and the increase in the number of sales out there. March of the Machine came out not too long ago, and the set is inspiring a lot of players to build new commander decks. That is the key driver for card prices going up in this week's video. You're going to see that throughout. Quickly before we get started though, just a fast reminder, if you go to FlipsideGaming.com, you can use the Heroes promo code to save 10% on orders over $10. Currently, you can pre-order March of the Machine, the Aftermath products there. You can also now pre-order the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth products too, plus they have a whole lot of other things on their website. Remember, if your order's over $100 or consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. Also, whenever you use the Heroes promo code, it does support the channel, which is always appreciated, so thank you. And without any further ado, let's get into it. Number 10 is Sky Hunter Strike Force, up $1.05 to $2.24. That's an 88% increase. This is one of the Phyrexia All-Be-One Eternal cards. It has been seeing a good amount of commander play since it is a cat and a knight after all. It was in builds like Isshin 2 Heavens as 1 and Rin and Ciri Inseparable, but now it is seeing even more commander play thanks to March of the Machine. The new Knight Tribal commander deck Cavalry Charge has been extremely popular, and this is a great upgrade for the deck. It is also showing up in fresh builds around the front-facing commander from there, Sidar Jabari of Zhalfir, and to a lesser degree I'm seeing this in commander builds around a card from the main set, Errant and Giada. Number 9, Cavalier of Gales, up $1.32 to $4.31. That's a 44% increase. Here is another knight also getting more commander play in Cavalry Charge and showing up in new builds around Sidar Jabari of Zhalfir. That is the main reason it's moving the way it is right now, but to a lesser degree this is also in a couple commander builds around cards from March of the Machine's main set, Omnith Locus of All and Hidetsugu and Kairi. Number 8 is Passionate Archaeologist. It goes up $1.71 this week to $6. That's a 40% increase. And we're talking about the regular foil copy from the Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate Exit from Exile Commander deck. This is another card seeing a boost in commander play because of new cards. First, it was appearing in new commander deck lists around a card from the Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves secret layer, Edgin Larcenist Lutenist. Now it's in new commander builds around cards from March of the Machine. The main one is Atali Primal Conqueror / Atali Primal Cygnus, but to a lesser degree, this is also in builds like Quintorius Loremaster, as well as Dejuru and Hezeret. Beyond that, it's also a good upgrade to the Tinker Time commander deck, plus it's showing up in fresh builds around Rashmi and Ragavan from there. Number 7 is Nalfeshnee. This goes up $2.12 to $3.24. That's a 190% increase. Very similar story around this card. It is seeing more commander play around a variety of new cards, Edgin Larcenist Lutenist and March of the Machine cards, including Atali Primal Conqueror / Atali Primal Sickness, and to a lesser degree, Quintorius Loremaster again. This is also another good upgrade to Tinker Time and in fresh builds around Rashmi and Ragavan. Number 6 is Sea Double, up $2.93 this week to $4. That is a 274% increase if you're doing the math at home. So this card was mostly overlooked during the March of the Machine preview season, but now it is jumping quite a bit. First off, there was a lot of discussion around the card being underrated on the MTG Finance Reddit recently, but really gameplay propelled this card over the last week. There is a solid brew out there called Grixis Sea Double Hellraiser. The deck runs 4 copies of this, and 4 copies of Capricious Hellraiser. Saffron Olive from MTG Goldfish even said that this deck was his favorite standard brew, and made the point that the deck is better than many think because so many decks in the format are running Atraxa Grand Unifier now. Aside from that, this is already showing up in a lot of commander builds old and new, including Hidetsugu and Kairi, as well as Brutaclad Telcor Engineer for example. Additionally, if that wasn't enough, this was discussed on the Command Zone podcast this week, which could have brought some more eyes to it as well. Number 5 is Norn's Choir Master, up $3.60 to $6.57. That is a 121% increase. This is from the Phyrexia All-Be-One Corrupting Influence commander deck, and it has been seeing commander play ever since it came out. Immediately it was slotted into Atraxa Praetor's Voice, for example, but now March of the Machine is causing this to get even more play in the format. This is a great upgrade to the Growing Threat commander deck, and it is in fresh builds around the front-facing commander from there, Brimaz Blade of Oreskos. I am also seeing this in commander builds around a card from the main set, Elish Norn / the Argent Etchings. Number 4, Apex Altasaur. This is up $4.77 this week to $15.56, and that is a 44% increase. This is always seen commander play. Typically it is in the Gishath Sons Avatar builds, and those decks are getting a push now due to some dinosaur support in March of the Machine. Also, remember, we are returning to Ixalan later this year in the standard set called the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, so you know there's going to be more support for the tribe coming. Beyond that, this is in commander builds around one of the Eternal cards from March of the Machine, Slimefoot and Squee. In fact, it was in one of those builds in a Game Nights episode of the Command Zone podcast recently, and it looked really good there, which I'm sure brought more attention to it. And if that's not enough, it's also in some commander builds around cards from the main set. Hitali Primal Conqueror / Hitali Primal Sickness again, and Vorinclex / the Grand Evolution. Number 3, Elandra Sky Dreamer. This goes up $5.43 this week to $16.80. That is a 48% increase. This has been a solid commander card, used both as a commander and in the 99 of builds, but now it is seeing more play there thanks to, you guessed it, March of the Machine. You see this in builds around Zimone and Dina, and to a lesser degree, Inga and Esika. This was also in a deck on that Game Nights episode I mentioned a moment ago around a card from March of the Machine, Rona Herald of Invasion / Rona Tellarian Obliterator. Number 2 is Cavalier of Night. The core set 2020 copies up $5.38 to $11.89. That is an 83% increase. The copy from the list is up $6.04 to $12.45. That is a 94% increase. Previously, this saw a little commander play, but you guessed it, the card is seeing much more now because of March of the Machine. It is another good upgrade to Cavalry Charge, and it's in new builds around Sidar, Jabari of Zelfir. And finally, coming in at number 1 is Battle Angels of Tyre, up $10.80 this week to $34.71. That is a 45% increase. This was a solid commander card in a variety of decks. Since it is an angel, you see it in the popular Giada Font of Hope builds, but it is also a knight. That makes it a great upgrade to Cavalry Charge, and it too is in fresh decks around Sidar, Jabari of Zelfir. Alright, that's going to do it for this week's top 10 hot cards, but remember to join us this weekend for our regular episode of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch, where we deep dive into everything that's happening in the secondary market. Until then, though, stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page, as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.